In this lesson, we will learn some important actions on table in SQL. In the other videos, we have learned how to create table from scratch. We use create table syntax. We write the table name, then we specify the column names and the data type. So let's run this query. As you see, another table has been created inside album database. So if I select everything from this table, as you see, it is empty table and does not have any data in it. Another way of creating tables is cloning another table or making a copy from another table, which will be useful for backing up your tables. We can do that using create table syntax with a minor changes. Here, instead of specifying column names and data type, we only specify the column name from the source table. For example, I have the track table. If I want to make a copy from this table, I can select all the columns or some of the column to be copied to the new table. So for this, I will write create table and then I will specify the table name. For example, I will write temp, then as. Instead from, I will write as, then we have to select the column from this table. In this case, I will select everything, all columns from table track. So I'll write select all columns from table track. So temp will be the name for our new table, which will get its data and structure from track table. So let's run this syntax. As you see, another table has been created. If I expand it, I can see we have the same structure as the track table. And if I want to check what we have inside this table, I see we have the data as well. So this way I was able to make a copy of the track table. As I mentioned, we have selected all the columns. In some scenarios, you may need to make a backup of your table, not for all columns. You need, for example, the title column only. So instead of selecting all the columns, I will write the column name. For example, in this case, I'll write title and I'll create another table temp2. So let's see how it will work. Another table has been created temp2, and if I expand it, I have one column. And if I select everything from this table, I see I have only one column with its data. Now, if I want to delete everything inside a table and keep the structure only, we can use delete clause. We have learned how to use delete syntax in other videos to delete rows or multiple rows using where clause as well, but here we will use delete to delete everything inside the table and keep the structure only. For example, I want to delete, so for this I'll write delete without specifying anything. We just write from table name, for example temp, and before I run that, let me run the select everything from temp table. As I see, I have several columns with data. So when I execute this query, it will delete everything inside this table and keep the structure only.